Yes, I know, this is exceptionally blown out. I've done something funny with my makeup, not the makeup artist's fault, whose tutorial I was following to try and do a eyeliner for a hooded eye. This is what's happened, and I'm not washing it off, so I've put a funny thingy on here. Welcome to a new segment. Welcome to a new segment on the Humanimal channel. And I don't have a name for it, but it's where I'm going to read you items out of our Sunday paper here in Brisbane. Brisbane has one Sunday paper. It's called the Sunday Mail, not Liam, the Sunday Mail, and it's published by News Corp, who are in Bowen Hills near the city. So we can pretend that it's Sunday morning and not Sunday night. I've got a house frock on, and I thought we could have a little flick through the Sunday Mail. I've taken out all the filler, and let's see what we've got. What a cluck. What a cluck. This is a gorgeous girl called Jamie Lee Taylor, and Jamie Lee, is it going to focus? I can barely read this, hold on, get some light. Jamie Lee has created a business. It's called Edna & Co. These are diapers. So Australia is the, you know, ground zero for some very raunchy type of swimwear for men called budgie smugglers. So I guess if you imagine Speedos, but they're not necessarily just made for swimming in pools, they're just a fairly standard kind of brief style tog for the male race, let's say race, species, gender, and yeah, you can imagine why they're called budgie smugglers. So she's invented that. That's very cute. So those are nappies for your chooks so that they can come inside the house. And she was trying to come to terms with some mental health issues and wanted a job to work from home and be a mum and make some money, so that's very nice. We've got the cops suggesting drugs after Foo Fighters star was found dead. So yeah, someone told me about this today. Taylor Hawkins is his name, and he was on tour, and he's 50, so he's my age, and he's died probably of a heart attack, and before medical attention could get to him, he's passed away. So that's pretty sad. And in Australia we've had two sporting legends die. One was Rod Marsh, and he played cricket for Australia, so test cricket, back when I was young, so in the 70s and probably the 80s I think he played, and it's not so much a shock, you know, because he's in that kind of expected age group. But then Shane Warne passed away, and I think he was overseas on holiday maybe, and he's had a heart attack, except that people have been waiting for him downstairs in a restaurant or in a pool bar or something, and he just hasn't turned up. And they've gone to find him, and when paramedics did reach him, he was just unresponsive, and I think he died later in hospital. And you know, I think he was only 52, and he was the young vanguard coming through that after the older guys, like after the guys in the, you know, the 60s, 70s, 80s, they were all amateurs, kind of, you know, they weren't paid to just be at the beck and call of the sport all year round. So, you know, they might be an architect or whatever their profession was, and then they were playing international sport in season, and yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be shocked that Shane Warne died, and what a horrible way to go. But it's kind of like Phar Lap, right? Because I imagine that he would have a sensitive heart, because, you know, think of Phar Lap, this famous racehorse. New Zealand and Australia fight over where Phar Lap really originated from, who has the rights to his fame and glory, you know. But you've got the drug, work hard, play hard, Phar Lap, these intense athletes that but they were also not necessarily living healthy lifestyles as well, and their bodies are under immense stress. They're traveling around the world into different climates and altitudes and things, and doing some very intense sporting activity. And you know, there's probably drugs involved at various stages. I mean, we all know that, especially back in Phar Lap's day, a bit of cocaine here and there. And it's pretty sad though. I think it's shocking because it's a real wake-up call, isn't it? So that's pretty sad for the Foo Fighters drummer's family and band and everyone. Oh, body recovered by cops. Police divers have recovered the body of a driver of an SUV 24 hours after the vehicle was seen crashing into the Brisbane River. Emergency services were called after two jet ski riders were reported seeing the white SUV enter the water and sink at about 3 p.m. on Friday. It says the water police and divers had to temporarily suspend the search on Friday after storms led to low visibility, but crews returned on Saturday at first light. Debris from recent heavy rains and flooding also made the search difficult. The vehicle was able to be extracted from the river on Saturday afternoon. Police confirmed there were no suspicious circumstances. So no suspicious circumstances, so you know, just for Australia, 131114, so 13 11 14 is lifeline. And a little pit bull looking puppy, it's probably an American Staffordshire Terrier, was stolen from the RSPCA shelter north of Brisbane, that's at Dakabin. A 33-year-old man donned a clown mask and used a grinder. And he's broken into pens and he's stolen this, sorry, because now I've got the phone on this stupid blowout, you can't see it, but it's a cute little puppy. And that is actually very concerning. And what did he do to the puppy? Was he stealing it for fighting or what? The guy's obviously mental. It says the puppy had to receive medical aid, so that's no good. Mum's joy after child found. I don't think there's anyone in Brisbane. The mother of a Tasmanian girl who went missing in the bush has thanked everyone who searched around the clock to find her daughter and return her home. So Shayla Phillips posted a heartfelt message on Facebook after the nightmare 48 hours. Isn't that interesting? You know, they say 48 hours is that really important, crucial time period. Can you hear me over the rustling of the paper? Is this annoying? That'd be really annoying. Okay. Wow. So little Shayla, missing from Tasmania, found. So that's good news. Wow, and then just more advertising. There's usually a lot about sport, lawsuits. Yeah. All right, well. Minister's forced to resign. Bit of weather watch. Oh. New most dangerous personality. Broke my glasses. Let's just be. A new dangerous character trait dubbed dark empathy has been identified by scientists, but do you possess it? Recent research has found that individuals who boast dark personality traits, such as narcissism, can still retain high levels of cognitive and affective empathy. The study, recently published in Personality and Individual Differences, identifies these types of people as dark empaths. Empathy can be broken up into 3 categories. So, yeah, cognitive, emotional, compassionate. So, which describes the intellectual understanding of someone else's feelings without sensing them. So the cognitive, affective, so emotional, so you're feeling their emotions along with them, and you don't even have to be able to put yourself into their situation, you just really empathize. And the compassionate empathy, I would call it, they're listing something else, but I think I would say the 3 would be cognitive, emotional, and compassionate. And compassionate might be that you can really understand where they're coming from and empathize. Individuals are considered dark empaths when they possess cognitive and or affective empathy, as well as characteristics from the dark triad. Dark triad is something that we've discussed here, isn't it? Because when I think about people like Laurie Vallow, I'm thinking dark triad. So a collective term for 3 dark personality traits: Machiavellianism, psychopathy, and narcissism. The researchers also found that the dark empaths were more indirectly aggressive than typicals and empaths. Furthermore, it appeared that the group had a conscience and may even dislike their dark side, with the negative emotions being a response to their self-loathing. Yeah, I think dark empaths, there's going to be that narcissism, right? But it's going to be piled on with, you know, that self-criticism, particularly because they kind of can see. They understand emotion and feeling and everything, you know. Yeah, and there's that, is it that, you know, vindictiveness, sort of. And I think there's a reasonable amount of people that might be sort of dark empaths, right? That they're just very, I think they're probably more likely to be openly, like, interacting in a negative way with you, right? Whereas, like, true narcissists, they're not playing with everybody, right? But these dark empaths that understand feelings and then are going to get a kick from playing games with these feelings, right? They're going to always act like the victim. They're going to try to hide their ill feeling as sort of some, it's just fun, I'm just super sarcastic, don't take it personally, it's just my humour, come on. You know, it's kind of indirect, right? I think sometimes with narcissists you'd be this total target where you are being, you know, love bombed. Of course dark empaths are going to do that, you know, love bombed, and a target because of what you're going to give this person, either narcissistic supply or some sort of other gain, or you're kind of not important and they're not bothering with you, and they're maybe neither turning on any particular charm or playing any games. Whereas a dark empath, right, so because they understand human emotion, it might just be fun for them to take out the negative feelings they have about themselves on you. You know, those people that are always just doing like playing those sort of little tricks that are supposed to be funny, like, oh, ha, 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 I hid your sneakers. Just being funny, you know, and they're going to be gaslighting you, of course, right? And you're not going to be able to call them out properly on it, and the self-criticism might come through as, you know, they're always a victim. How could they be, you know, a predator if they're the victim? They're always being victimized, right? It's probably pretty horrible. So that's interesting. Now, at the end of this segment, yes, I can see the awkward occurrence. She's still got those cards. Yes, these are my friend's cards, my friend Rita. It's the Rainbow Oracle. I'm going to draw you a card. So do you want to blow some wiffle dust? And tell me where to cut. Ooh, right up the top. And this is you. Guidance. Aren't these, the drawings in this are really beautiful. Guidance. Where are my glasses? Spirit guides and celestial beings work with you. Trust in your gift of guidance. A little bouclier. Guidance. Guidance is under the Oracle Messages, and here you've got the Archetypes and Oracle Messages. So we are taking ourselves to page 90. Guidance. Meaning, you are a divine channel for guidance, blessed with the loving support of spirit guides, angels, and guardians. Open your connection to these celestial beings of light. They're here to help you. They gently whisper their loving guidance through your thoughts, feelings, and dreams. If you're seeking wise counsel from either a professional source or your own inner source, this card encourages you to listen with your spiritual ears. The answers you can seek sometimes show up in the most unexpected places. This chair keeps hitting. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be, for you are linked within a vast network of light, composed of spiritual energy within multi-dimensional levels. This energy is available to you through the connection of your own light and your spirit guides, angels, and celestial beings. Ask them for help and allow their divine guidance to flow into your life. Set your course in trusting, believing, and developing your gifts of guidance, and allow inspiration to flourish. Wisdom flows in many forms. Write, dance, create, sing, sit, or gather in truth of your heart, and the intuitive waters will flow within you. I quite often say you can, you know, that's quite funny. That's quite funny because when I'm feeling a little intuitive and I'm taking a punt at something, I'll say, yeah, I can feel it in my waters. So why don't you go feel it in your waters, just be open to guidance that might come through when you examine your dreams and get meaning from that. That is perfectly acceptable, because look, that's you telling you and then you responding after you interpret it. So guidance, there you go. Thanks for being here for Sunday Mail and with Sunday Humanimal, and I'll speak to you later.